You are falling through darkness, not the darkness of night, not the darkness behind closed eyes. A darkness so complete that sunlight has never touched it. Thousands of meters below the waves, beneath storms, ships, and entire mountain ranges hidden underwater. Another world begins, a world that looks less like Earth and more like an alien planet. Yet it exists beneath your feet right now. The deep ocean covers enormous portions of the planet, but humans have explored only a tiny fraction of it. In fact, scientists know more about parts of the moon's surface than they do about many regions of the deepest seafloor. What lives down there? For centuries, people imagined monsters. In some cases, reality turned out to be even stranger. The deeper you descend, the more familiar life disappears. Colors fade, plants vanish, pressure rises with crushing force. Every 100 meters adds more weight from the ocean above, until the pressure becomes so extreme that it could crush most surface creatures instantly. And yet life survives. Not just life. Some of the most bizarre, beautiful, and terrifying animals ever discovered. To understand them, you first need to enter their world. Imagine sinking through cold blue water. Fish become scarce, light grows dim, then it disappears entirely. You are now entering a realm where evolution followed completely different rules. In 1930, marine explorer William Beebe became one of the first people to observe deep-sea life directly from a vessel called the bathysphere. What he described seemed unbelievable to many people at the time. Glowing creatures drifted through the darkness like living stars. Today, advanced submersibles confirm that those observations were only the beginning. One of the most famous deep-sea animals is the anglerfish. At first glance, it looks like something from a nightmare. Huge teeth, bulging eyes, a massive mouth, but its strangest feature grows from its head. A glowing lure. This tiny light is produced by bioluminescent bacteria. Bioluminescence simply means living light. The anglerfish waves this glowing beacon through the darkness, attracting curious prey directly into its jaws. In a place where food is rare, every meal matters. The anglerfish turned hunger into a weapon. But even it is not the strangest hunter in the deep. Consider the gulper eel. Its body is long and thin, almost snake-like, yet its mouth can expand into an enormous pouch. Scientists comparing specimens found that its mouth can become dramatically larger than the rest of its head, allowing it to swallow surprisingly large prey. Imagine carrying a giant expandable net wherever you go. That is essentially what the gulper eel does. Then there is the viperfish. Few animals look more intimidating. Its teeth are so long that some cannot fit properly inside its mouth. Instead, they curve outward like daggers. Why evolve such ridiculous teeth? Because opportunities are rare. When prey finally appears, there may not be another chance for days or even weeks. The viperfish cannot afford to let food escape. Far below, another predator waits. The fangtooth fish. Despite its relatively small size, it possesses some of the largest teeth in proportion to body size of any fish known. Its appearance seems designed by fear itself. Yet researchers studying deep-sea ecosystems discovered that even these frightening predators play important roles in maintaining ecological balance. Every monster has a job. Not all deep-sea creatures rely on terrifying jaws. Some rely on light. The dragonfish produces glowing signals along its body. Remarkably, certain species can generate red light. Most deep-sea animals cannot see red wavelengths, making this illumination almost like a private flashlight invisible to others. Imagine being able to shine a light that only you can see. In the deep ocean, that is an extraordinary advantage. Another master of deception is the vampire squid. Its name sounds horrifying. The reality is more complicated. Unlike true squids or octopuses, it belongs to a unique evolutionary branch. When threatened, it can wrap its webbed arms around its body, creating a dark cloak. This defensive display inspired its dramatic name. Marine biologists have observed that vampire squids often survive by collecting drifting organic particles rather than actively hunting large prey. Sometimes appearances are misleading. Not every terrifying creature is a ruthless killer. Then there is the giant isopod. If you have ever seen a pill bug in a garden, imagine one enlarged to an astonishing size and living on the seafloor. That is essentially a giant isopod. Deep-sea gigantism, a phenomenon where some ocean animals evolve unusually large sizes, still fascinates scientists. Researchers continue debating exactly why this happens. Cold temperatures, slow metabolisms, and ecological pressures may all play roles. Whatever the reason, the result looks unforgettable. One of the most alien-looking animals ever discovered is the barrel-eye fish. Its head appears transparent. Inside, bright green eyes point upward through a clear protective dome. For years, scientists misunderstood how these eyes worked. Later observations revealed that they can rotate, helping the fish track prey and predators from different directions. The deep ocean constantly reminds researchers how much remains unknown. Every answer creates new questions. That mystery becomes even greater near hydrothermal vents. These are cracks in the seafloor where superheated water erupts from Earth's interior. In 1977, scientists exploring the Galapagos Rift discovered entire ecosystems thriving around these vents. The finding transformed biology. Before then, many researchers assumed nearly all ecosystems ultimately depended on sunlight. Hydrothermal vent communities proved otherwise. Life could survive using chemical energy instead. Around these vents live strange animals such as giant tube worms. Some lack mouths entirely. Instead, they rely on symbiotic bacteria. Symbiotic means two organisms helping each other survive. The bacteria process chemicals from vent fluids. The worms provide shelter. Together, they flourish in an environment once thought impossible. If that sounds alien, consider the Dumbo octopus. Named after its ear-like fins, it drifts gracefully through the darkness. Unlike many deep-sea predators, it often appears surprisingly gentle. Its movements resemble flight more than swimming. Watching footage of a Dumbo octopus can feel like watching a creature floating through space. And perhaps that comparison is appropriate. The deep sea shares many similarities with outer space. Extreme pressure replaces vacuum. Darkness dominates both environments. Exploration requires specialized technology. Vast regions remain unseen. Oceanographer Sylvia Earle has spent decades emphasizing this reality. She often reminds audiences that the ocean drives planetary systems affecting every human life. Yet much of it remains unexplored. Nowhere is that mystery more powerful than the deepest trenches. The Mariana Trench is the most famous. Its deepest known point, Challenger Deep, reaches nearly 11 kilometers below sea level. If Mount Everest were placed there, its peak would still remain underwater. Think about that. An entire mountain could disappear beneath the sea. In 1960, Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh descended into Challenger Deep aboard the Trieste. Decades later, new expeditions continued exploring this extraordinary environment. Each mission revealed something remarkable. Life existed even there. Tiny crustaceans, microorganisms, unexpected survivors enduring unimaginable pressure. Scientists once assumed such depths might be nearly lifeless. Reality disagreed. Research published by deep-sea investigators including Alan Jameson and others continues revealing resilient organisms living in conditions that seem impossible. The lesson appears again and again. Life adapts. Life experiments. Life finds a way. This is perhaps the most important truth hidden within the ocean trenches. The terrifying creatures are fascinating. Their teeth are impressive. Their glowing bodies are unforgettable. But the deeper story is adaptation. Every bizarre feature represents a solution to a problem. Hunger created giant mouths. Darkness created living lights. Isolation created extraordinary survival strategies. Evolution turned challenges into inventions. And those inventions accumulated over millions of years in darkness few humans will ever witness firsthand. When you watch footage from the deep sea, it is tempting to see monsters. Yet these animals are not villains. They are specialists. Masters of environments so extreme that human beings require advanced engineering simply to visit them. The ocean trenches are not empty voids. They are living archives of evolution. They preserve experiments conducted across immense spans of time, hidden beneath layers of water that shield them from ordinary view. Even now, new species continue to be discovered. New mysteries emerge. New questions appear. What creatures remain unseen? What adaptations have scientists not yet documented? How many extraordinary forms of life are waiting in valleys, caves, and trenches nobody has explored? No one knows. That uncertainty is exactly what makes the deep ocean so captivating. For all humanity's technology, satellites, and scientific achievements, vast portions of the underwater world remain hidden. The map is incomplete. The story is unfinished. And somewhere in the darkness below, beyond the reach of sunlight, a strange creature is drifting through black water, carrying secrets that no human has ever seen. You are falling through darkness. But now you know that the darkness is alive.